Hi guys, welcome to Creation Lab Soapery channel. We're going to be making another requested soap. We've got a lot of requests to make mechanic soap. So usually when you do something like a mechanic soap, you do something to be exfoliating and to help to get down. I would never use this on body, I'd stick to hands only, but we're going to use some pumice grounds, which is a common used in that, so it helps to get all the little bits and stuff in the skin, as well as we're going to be using activated charcoal. And then because I don't want it to be just black with pumice, we're going to do a swirl with some green, and so I'm going to be trying this alpine green, and I chose to do like a darker green. I was going in between the neon green and a bright green to that, and I decided let's just go ahead and do the dark one. And that, because I don't know, it just sounded like it'd be a good idea. So this is going to be a pretty simple and easy soap. So not as easy as our all natural one that we made earlier, but this one right here is just going to be, it's going to be just a real simple blend and swirl. So we're going to put our lye solution into the oils. All right, and then we're going to give it a blend. And this is our regular recipe. It's not the one with the cocoa butter and shea butter, which we tried earlier today. That video should be released before this one. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just pouring them off into, they're each into two different ones. Put a little bit extra to this one and see. And then I'll get my spatula and do a good scrape on this. Try and get as much of that good stuff. It's amazing how much you can get out of these containers by scraping them. Like, it looks like there's not much, but by the time you scrape, like, I'll show you a little bit. And I'm totally not in the camera range, but that's like quite a bit as I'm dripping everywhere. So, oh my goodness. How are you guys doing with the quarantine? My days are blurring. Where I live, it's a small town. The post office is not open on Saturdays and Sundays. They deliver mail on Saturday, but they're not like open for you to go in. But I was so mad the other day because I went to go take a package, and I'm like, is it a holiday? And I was fretting about why they weren't open, and trying to figure out, you know, like if they're just decided to close and everything. And it took me like literally 5 hours of being all mad about it to realize it's Saturday. And I thought it was Thursday. Oh, my time is really, really mixed up right now. So I'm sure your guys is too. So what I'm going to be doing is just putting the coloring in and then give it a light whirl. And then I'll do fragrance and pumice and see how that goes. And then just doing a pour, you know, pretty simple. I'm going to swirl with, maybe I'll put the pumice in now. So then that way I don't go from the green to the black. And so it's so fine that it will, there'll be about, that should do it. I want it to be where it really gives a nice good scrub. All right, and then we'll start with the green. I'll just push that down. Hear those air bubbles? Oh, can you hear that? It is really gritty. And I see some is like kind of gathering up, so I'm gonna scrape it off. Maybe I should have slowly did it, but it's done as done. So because I just don't want any clumps, and I want to make sure it is blended really good together. I think right now be a good time to add the fragrance. And I don't know if I mentioned it, it's Tobacco and Bay Leaf by Brambleberry. So I've used some of this already, but we're gonna put some in there, and maybe I'll just add this one now too. There's about, I don't wanna overflow it. I'm gonna put the rest in here. There's always about 3 ounces in there. Not my kind of scent because it's a guy scent, but this is a guy soap. Making sure that's okay. And we'll go over here. First little bit. There we go. Looks like it's done really good in there. So, alright, and I'm just going to scrape this off a little. Get some of that good stuff off again. And then set this to the side. And then we're gonna get mold in here. And we're gonna just do a double pour and see. I've never done that before. Let's see how that goes. You see that? It's actually kind of turning kind of cool doing it that way. Try something new each day. Have a little bit extra, it looks like. So we'll make a sample piece, and I think I'm just gonna take the top just to do a little bit like this onto it. See about putting a little bit more green on, just to have a little bit. We don't want to make it pretty, okay? This is not pretty, guys. This is just cool. We'll call it cool. I know how some guys, not saying that all you guys are that way, but I had 4 boys. So if you call it cool, then that's okay. If you call it pretty, then it's not. All right, I'm gonna move that to the side. So, I mean, you guys, I'm sure you can see it, like the swirl. I don't want to tilt it because it's too liquidy, but it looks really pretty. And then it's gonna really help. This is gonna be one that when I put into the store, I'm gonna definitely put a disclaimer. So this was the all natural one. I have a little bit extra, so I'm gonna scrape what I can into one of these for a sample or 2. We'll see what we have. Do that, and then put some of the black. I think it'll just be for 1, and then I'll scrape really good. You hear that? It's really gritty, but that's gonna help get all that oil and stuff, you know, that mechanics or anybody who works and gets the stuff that's just really embedded into you. My son-in-law worked with a tree cutting place and things, and the dirt and stuff would just get in there. So, all right, and we'll do a little swirl on that too. Sure, why not? And I'll set that aside. But that should be, this one will probably be ready, we'll say the end of May. We're gonna be having 2 releases. We're kind of working different timelines because we had Mother's Day, so we had to do special orders. And so some of my soap I wasn't able to get ready by the 2nd week of May, which we planned. We kind of do releases on the 2nd week of each month. But I had to push some of them aside because we had to do gift baskets and special request soaps and melt and pour and bath milk and all kinds of other things, which I talked about in my other video. But with that said, this one will be the end of May. So feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a good day and stay safe.